Man, what a game, what a game, what a game. I just rewatched the game, what a game. That was an excellent game on national TV at that. I love to see the Kings go off when they're on national TV. We got the national post game from Shaq, Kenny, and Barkley, who totally sounded like they don't watch the Kings play. Charles said the Kings are the worst defensive team in the league. I don't think that's true this year. Very good game where both teams were scoring, especially at the end of the game. It was very exciting back and forth game with a bunch of lead changes. The Kings basically battled with this Western Conference leader. In Sacramento, the Kings defeat the Houston Rockets 127-132. And currently, the Sacramento Kings are 21-20, one game over 500, and are currently in 9th place. And they are literally one game out of 8th place. The Lakers are currently in 6th place, and the Kings are only 2 games out of 6th place. The Kings just have to start up another win streak, and they can climb in these rankings. And I really want to say I really appreciate you joining me. I'd appreciate it if you click that like button. If you're into Kings talk, NBA talk, go ahead and subscribe so you can see my next review after the next game. Also, make a comment, and if you can, share the content. I appreciate it. And I just want to say, welcome YouTube, and to all my folks and all you Kings fans. It's your guy, Jay Woods, aka Shy the Man, and I'm back at you with another episode of the Kings Morning After Midday Cup of Joe with Jay. And today is January 17th, 2025. Welcome into the new year. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you're here for the whole video. I got some really good things to say. And today is Friday. End of the work week Friday. And my cup of Joe for today, man, I love how these guys are playing, man. We're winning. We're holding it down at home. Doug Christie's made some comments recently about how he wants the Kings to hold down the home court, and I agree with him. The Kings need to make Doco, G1C, the Golden One Center, a place where people don't want to come. Just like Arco used to be. Arco used to be a place where people didn't want to come because they pretty much knew they were going to get beat. You know, and when the Kings were really good in the early 2000s, 2003, Arco Arena was not a place people wanted to come. It was, you might as well pretty much mark it up as a loss if you were the visiting team. Doug wants to make the G1C like that as well. You know, we need to, and I agree, we need to have a dominating home presence. When people come in, that needs to be our home. We need to hold it down. We don't let people just come into our house, kick their feet up on our table, go into our fridge, and just take whatever they want. This is our house. So I agree with Doug on that. And I just really think the philosophies that Doug is implementing on this team and into the minds of these guys is working right now. A former player, a former King, a guy that's been through it, a guy that's played defense at a high level, played in some high-level playoff games. You know, he has some experience, and guys are running through the brick wall for him right now. So I like it, and we need to just keep it going. We need to get another win streak going here. Hopefully they can. They got some a mix of hard games and games that they should win coming up here. So we'll see how that goes. That's my cup of Joe. Black, 1 creamer. I'm gonna give you some stats, some quick stats. See how quick I can give you these stats. So this game was pretty much a back and forth game for most of the game. First quarter was pretty even. Second quarter, the Kings came out to a little bit of a lead coming into the third quarter. And then in the third quarter, the Rockets had scored. They scored more points than the Kings. In the end, the Kings' second quarter, where they scored more points, ended up being the difference in the game. As you can see here, winning 132 to 127. And for the Rockets, all 5 starters were in double figures. They even had Tari Eason off the bench with 16 points. Jalen Green with a big 28. Alperen Sengun with 21 big points. Sengun and Amen Thompson both with 10 rebounds in this game, which is huge for these guys. Amen Thompson with the big 5 assists. And for the Sacramento Kings, our big scorer was DeMar DeRozan with the big 33 points on the night. Malik Monk also threw in 26 points, back in the lineup after a 1-game absence. De'Aaron Fox pitched in 19, Domantas Sabonis with 20, and Keegan Murray with 18. All 5 starters were in double figures. If we can keep Keegan Murray scoring like this, that would really help the team. I mean, imagine all 5 guys being in averaging 20 points a game. That would be crazy. Off the bench, they didn't get too much help. It was pretty much the starters putting in all the work in this game. Domantas Sabonis with the big 14 rebounds. He also had 7 assists. And so did De'Aaron Fox, and the de facto point guard, Malik Monk, with 9 assists. Team stats, both teams shot about 50%. 3-pointers, the Kings hit 2 more 3-pointers for a 52 percentage. They also hit 3 more free throws than the Rockets did and shot 90%, which is excellent. Rockets shot 70%. Both teams rebounded about the same in the mid-40s. Kings had about 8 more assists than the Rockets, with 32, and the Rockets actually had 66 points in the paint, and the Kings had 52. It's time for our eye test. Yeah, eye test. I'm gonna give the Kings an eye test. All right, this is a pretty good spot. So let's go, we'll do an eye test from the last part of the fourth quarter. And I mean, it was an excellent game. There's 4.5 minutes left, and the score is 105 to 109. I mean, they ended 132 and 127. That just tells you how much scoring happened in the last four minutes of the game. Dylan Brooks gets under my skin so much. I hate when he does anything. Brooks tried to foul Monk. Monk still went up strong. Went to go talk some mess to him. And Houston was hitting from outside. Jalen Green was hitting from outside. DeRozan with the clutch midi game and one. Take that. Another double-double. Domantas Sabonis. You heard the man. Fouled out at that point with 1 minute left. Tari Eason was out there hitting shots, playing very clutch. Green was doing everything they needed, hitting threes, driving to the bucket. Houston down by 1 at this point. Malik Monk is so clutch too. I love Malik Monk at the end of the games. He always wants the ball. He's ready to go. Sengun and Domantas Sabonis were battling this game. Ooh, man, Jalen Green hit so many 3-pointers that game. I thought he was going to hit that shot right there. He was so hot. And the Kings hold it down at home, just like Doug Christie wants.
Where'd you find success in these final minutes? We stay with it. We're trying to be resilient. different type of energy lately coming together as a team. And these close games, we understand what we got to do, especially at home.
Speaking of that energy, today you told me this team is built on defense and intensity. How'd that show tonight?
They had to go down to the wire. Had to be resilient, had to get stopped. They hit some big shots, but we buckled down and got stopped where we needed to.
You've now won 8 of your last 10 games under Coach Christie. Just what is this special run made of?
Man, I'm trying to do it for the city. They energize us. We owe that to them.
I heard that, trying to do it for the city. That's what's up.
Doug Christie told us about how he took you all on the roof to make sure that you could see the beam from up there. He said that you all light up this city. Did you feel that tonight?
For sure. It's always a great feeling when you drive home and see the beam lit.
All right, give us a like the beam.
Thank you.
Thanks, Damon. Back to you, Kevin.
Bottom line. The Kings morning after. Bottom line. Today's bottom line is. Bottom line for this game is this is how the Kings need to play every night. I mean, blueprint this game. Sometimes they have a hard time against younger, faster teams. But this year they have had Houston's number. It's all about matchups, right? And they've beat Houston twice this year. So we match up good against Houston this year. They try to run and gun us, but we were able to hold it down at home. We played enough defense to stop them from scoring at the end. And we were very aggressive and did not hold back. We had our clutch guys like DeRozan and Monk just really going off at the end of the game, which is exactly how the Kings need to play every night. I don't know what magic dust Doug Christie has sprinkled on these guys, but it's working. So keep it going. Keep up with the philosophies and the mental games that you're playing. I shouldn't say mental games, but Doug Christie seems to have philosophies, and he seems to be able to describe the game well for these guys. So it's working. So let's keep it going. That's my bottom line. Next up, the Sacramento Kings will be at home Sunday, January 19th versus the Washington Wizards at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Be there or be square. Check that game out tomorrow and subscribe to my channel so you can check me out the next day after the game when I give my next analysis and do my next episode of the Kings Morning After. So I have to be honest, I have not paid very much attention to the Washington Wizards this year to even know what's going on with them or how they're doing. Okay, and I see they're all the way at the bottom. I don't even know if my graphic goes down that far, which it doesn't. They are in last place. They are 2.5 games under the Raptors in 15th place at 6-33. So needless to say, if the Sacramento Kings lose to this team, it would be a very big disaster and a very big disappointment, especially given how important this Western Conference race is right now and what the Kings are trying to do and what the Kings need to do to move up in the rankings. The Wizards are led by Jordan Poole, Alex Sarr, Kyle Kuzma, Jonas Valanciunas, Bilal Coulibaly, I'm sure I'm tearing that name up, Carlton Carrington, Keyshawn George, Corey Kispert, Jared Butler, Malcolm Brogdon, and Justin Champagnie, just to name a few guys. Just starting off to say that the team is led by Jordan Poole, Alex Sarr, and Kyle Kuzma. Kind of tells you right there they're a little lacking on talent there. Jonas Valanciunas, in my opinion, is probably their best player. Stats-wise, I guess you could say Jordan Poole is their most athletic player. But the Wizards are constantly in talks with the Kings on trades. Recently, Kyle Kuzma being named in trades along with Jonas Valanciunas have been named in trades with the Kings. But this is definitely a team that the Kings should beat. Why they got this old ass picture of DeMar DeRozan on here? Betting lines. I gotta admit, I'm doing this video pretty late. I'm doing this video after midnight. So let's see if the Kings betting lines are out yet. Usually they do them, they have them updated by the morning time. Let's see if they're on point here. And so they don't have the Kings betting lines out yet for the Sunday game. This is still just all of Saturday's games. But, you know, when they wake up in the morning, decide what they want to do, we'll get the betting lines pretty early in the morning, I would expect. Probably in the next couple hours, honestly. But if you want to do some betting, I ask that you use Bet Us, and you use the link in the description below. Bet US. That's where I go to do my sports betting. Please use the link in the description below. It helps out the channel. They say the Suns are favored by 1, Pacers favored by 8, Golden State Warriors favored by 14, and the Houston Rockets favored by 11. How do you guys feel about those numbers? Do you think any of those are off? If you feel like any of those are off, you can make a bet. They also got the money line bets, which is just a straight up win-loss bet. A couple of them are off the board, but they also have over-unders here. And you can also do parlays just like Prize Picks. So you can do the same stuff you do on Prize Picks here, and there's also traditional sports betting as well. So if you want a sports bet, I'm in California. I'm able to sports bet using Bet US. I just ask that you use the link in the description below. And I ask, guys, that you please make a comment for me. And if possible, guys, please go ahead and make a comment for me. How do you guys feel the Kings are doing right now? Do you think they're going to make the playoffs or the play-in? Make a comment below. And if you make a comment below before I make my next video, I'll put your comment in the next video. So that'll be a cool thing to see. That'll be a cool thing to check out. So go ahead and make a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. What do you think of the show? How I can make the show better? How the Kings could be better? What do you think of Doug Christie's coaching? Make a comment for me. It helps me kick the algorithm's ass. So go ahead and make a comment. And if you're still watching this far, I ask, guys, that you please click that like button. You must like something about this review. Click that like button. And if you do like Kings review, Kings news, NBA news, basketball news, click that subscribe button. I come out with an episode the day after every game. Also, please, guys, make a comment. It helps me kick the algorithm's ass. Comment below. And also, if you can, share the content. I appreciate it if you shared the content for me. Thanks. All right, and I got a motivational quote for us today. And this one is from our guy, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And it goes like this. Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come. I like that quote by Dwayne Johnson. It's all about consistency, being consistent at what you do. I'm doing it every day, doing it all the time, knocking chunks out of your goal, taking a step every day. Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come. And that's pretty much all that I have for you guys today. I appreciate you joining me. I also appreciate you watching this far. I appreciate you listening to my analysis of the game. And hopefully you'll be back on the next episode of The Kings Morning After. Midday Cup of Joe with Jay. Yeah. Hit that subscribe button so you can join me. Hit that notification bell so it'll tell you right when the next episode drops. And I just want to say thanks for joining me, and I'm out. But before you go, check out these moves.